Well, hey y'all, I'm back in the kitchen, and I had a rotisserie chicken in my refrigerator, and I am going to debone this thing, and I'm going to make some chicken and dumplings. Yes, I am. I sure am. So, let me start to get this deboned and in my pot, and I'll be back to show y'all. Okay, so now that I've got the chicken deboned and in the pot, I'm going to add some chicken broth. I'm going to add 2 boxes, which would be 8 cups of this broth. And y'all see this pot I have? My daughter gave me a whole brand new set of these circulon pots. The whole set of it, and I love them. This is the lid to it. This is a big 8-quart pot. And I've got the other set, the other ones also. But then I've got this Better Than Bouillon paste. I don't have very much left in there, so I'm going to add some of this broth to it and give it a good shaking, because I want to get all that out. I need that extra flavor of that chicken, since I'm not per se boiling a raw chicken, to get that extra deliciousness. And now I'm going to go ahead and scrape the rest out of it that didn't. Just like that. And I'm going to add the rest of this box. So that'll be 8 boxes. 8 boxes. Come on. 8 cups of chicken broth. And I'm going to also add some. I'm going to be very careful with the salt content, because that chicken broth and this Better Than Bouillon is really salty. So, but you know we got to have that black pepper. Then I'm going to add a cream of celery. Add this cream of celery. Then we're going to give this a mix and put it over here and let it start to boil. And when it gets to boiling, I'm going to add some butter to it and get ready to roll out my dumplings and drop in it. I almost forgot about adding my red pepper flakes. And so I like to add just a little bit. These are extremely hot, so I can't add too many or the dumplings will be spicy, too spicy. But anyways, got to get that to boil and then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to mix up my dumpling dough to roll them out. And this is all-purpose flour. You can use whichever you prefer. I prefer all-purpose. I don't like using self-rising for my dumplings, because I like my dumplings to have a little stiffness to them. I don't know how to say stiffness. I don't know. The consistency I like is, I don't like a fluffy, doughy dumpling. I like more like a tough, thin, textured dumpling. And all I did here was, I'm going to add some salt, because this is all-purpose flour. It has no salt in it. And I also like to add black pepper into my dumplings. So I'm going to put a little black pepper in there, so my dough will have black pepper. And I'll show you the consistency that I like my dough to be, to roll out. And you can use water, you can use milk, butter, you can use whatever liquid you want to use. I just like to use something cold. And if I'm making dumplings, I normally use milk. A little bit more. I may have done too much. Might have to add a little bit more flour. We'll see. But I definitely want to get all that black pepper and salt incorporated. Okay, so that's that's about where I'm going to be for my dough. And then I'm going to roll them out. Okay, so now I'm going to flour my surface. I like to put foil down because once I get done rolling these dumplings, all I got to do is roll this foil up, flour and all. Whatever's left over on my sheet and throw it away. So, there's my dough. I just rolled it out onto my floured surface. And I'm just going to knead it just a little bit to get rid of that stickiness. I don't like it. You can't have it sticky, otherwise it won't do right. And then I cut it into, can y'all see down here what I'm doing? I cut it into sections, just like so. Then I'm gonna press and kind of knead as I'm doing this until there's no sticky. I'm trying to hurry. I know this video is getting long. Take your rolling pin and roll them out. If you don't have enough flour, add you some more flour. And I take a pizza cutter and I just cut strips. And so then they end up being about like this. That's how I like to do mine. So let me get these rolled out and I'll be back. Okay, I forgot to show y'all me and the butter in here, but I did. And so now that my broth is boiling, my chicken, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping my dumplings in there. Just like so. This is really quick and easy when you use a rotisserie chicken. So, like I told y'all the other day, you can buy those rotisserie chickens for $5 at most anywhere, because a chicken is expensive. If you go buy a whole chicken, or even the legs and thighs are expensive. And you can buy the whole chicken for $5 already cooked, and then you just rehydrate it with chicken broth or whatnot, or you make chicken salad. You can make all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to keep dropping these and then I'll be back. So I brought y'all over closer to the stove, and you don't want to stir your dumplings. You just kind of want to go in and underneath them and move them around a little. But I've got all the dumplings in there, and I'm going to let these continue to cook for about another 15 minutes, and they're going to be done, y'all. But that's how I make chicken and dumplings with the rotisserie chicken. Okay, these are done and piping hot, but I just wanted to taste test with y'all. They are so good, y'all. And I didn't add any salt because that was plenty of salt from that chicken broth, from that rotisserie chicken, and from that bouillon paste. So I didn't add any more salt, just black pepper and crushed red pepper and some butter, and it's delicious. I love y'all. Have a blessed day.